Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of How to Recreate Popular Songs and Beats, even if this one hasn't been released yet, right? This is Travis Scott, Stargazing. Yeah, Stargazing song. So I'm gonna show you guys how I recreated it from scratch, and let's get to it. If you haven't liked this video, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Maybe you can get Travis Scott to release it faster because this is a really fire song. So we start off with the main melody, as I have it named the main melody here. And so I did a couple things to this, if you can't see, right? So I used obviously Omnisphere because I feel like anything that's airy and dark and atmospheric, Omnisphere is the key to that. So for Omnisphere, so I used basically something called Steam Cornet. I just looked for horn patches and basically altered it with a flute. So I took a Russian flute preset from the sample section. It already came with the shepherd's horn because I was already thinking use the shepherd's horn, and it came out. Sorry, I just cut myself off. And it came out like this. So let me make sure that's the only thing that's playing. I don't want no percussion in this at all. Okay. Think we're good. Right, and so this is the main melody. Like, this is the melody you just hear all the time. And so I'm gonna give y'all the keys. The keys will definitely be displayed right here in front. I could tell y'all it's in G minor. Right? I know I just said a bunch of gibberish, but if you followed along, it's like C6, which is G, 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 D, C, B flat, A, F. Right? And so that's the first layer. Perfect. And so what I did was it kind of had like a lo-fi quality. So I used iZotope Final plugin where you can warp it. It's actually a free plugin if you download that. And then a basic roll off of the highs, because if you roll off the highs on any instrument or sound, it's gonna come off a little lo-fi, right? And so for the second melody, it's lower, so it just plays on the fourth, the stab, and it sounds like. So it's like press is like on the downbeat, right? So if you hear the main melody together with it, it's right, yeah. Feeling the vibe, feeling it, vibe, feeling it, yeah. Right, and so that's actually the same sound as the first sound, and so that's of course Omnisphere as well. And then I added another thing, which is the same melody, which is the highest melody. The highest melody is like a bell, some bell melody. It's also very lo-fi. So what I did to it was I pretty much did the same thing. I took off the highs. I took a lot of the lows out as well because it's a bell, and I don't want the lower frequencies interrupting. Of course, with the vinyl, same warp depth, everything together. I also added an amp. So I just added the Ableton amp plugin, and so the amp plugin, it kind of crushes the quality a little bit. It runs it through, analog signal. And I also have all the sound the notes that I played in here. So I mean, I actually can go in, right? If you guys are like big on key rolls. So, if you can see it says A sharp. It's B flat, right? And harmonic. B flat octave, then the E flat. Right? As a nice little bell harmonic sound, right? Sounds dope. And so when you put all that together, when it comes for the melody, this is what you end up with. Yeah. So you pretty much got it. Like you're already getting the vibe, right? And so after that, I constructed the drum beat. So I'm gonna do it, just show you the kick. So with that, like, metronome, if you can just get the vibe real quick, like, yeah. It's different. It's almost like a yeah, dun. I don't know. I mean, it's escaping my mind right now, but it's not the normal trap pattern, right? And then of course the snare is gonna fall on the 3. The snare is gonna fall on the 3. Like, it's gotta 1, 2, 3. And it's not that much. It's just, but it's a vibe that gets you, like, it's bouncy, right? And then after that, the hi-hats, right? The hi-hats, very simple hi-hats. Nothing crazy, just 8 notes. I do realize that what I decided to do was alternate for one and then keep straight for the other, because that's what I heard. I think that's what he did in his pattern. It sounds like the first 4 bars, it's actually different pitches of the high notes. That's just me, trying to hone in on things. And then the second part, at variation, it sounds like it's the same note of the hi-hat. I could just be tripping, but that's what I heard. So together, that's what it sounds like right here. I swear I hear that, right? And then, of course, he added the open hat. Yeah. Like, the drum beat is fire. Absolutely fuego, right? And then, so obviously with the pad sounds and everything, you get that. Yeah, you can already hear it. It's coming together. Dang, it's cracking a little bit, but we be alright. Alright, so what's the thing that puts everything together is that low end, and that's that 808. Basically, the notes, it's like walking. So if I play that for you, it's like, but it's following the kick pattern. It's just a G, E flat, E flat, E flat, D, right? So by itself. So one detail I paid attention to when it came to the 808 is it cuts off deliberately at certain points and the release is longer at certain points. So 808 falls there, boom, boom, it cuts short. Cuts short again. I guess it kind of holds the rhythm. Like, if it didn't do that, it wouldn't hold the rhythm, right? So it all together, you get this beautiful concoction. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. And that is how you make the Travis Scott Stargazing song. So I'm about to wild out real quick. This thing. Rolling, got me stargazing. Hey, open up, man, got me stargazing. Rolling, got me stargazing. Sit down, man, be crazy. Rolling, got me stargazing. Rolling, got me stargazing. Peace out. If you ever like this video, comment, share, subscribe. My name is JVOTI, just vibe out too.